How's it going, everybody? I am Donuts. I am here with
Thermites.
This is, as always, a Black Lives Matter. All cops are bastards and trans rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get out of here. This is Moon Knight Season 1, Episode 6, the finale, which is called Moon Knight Season 1, Episode 6.
Some information about gods and monsters.
Gods and monsters.
Okay, a classic.
So yeah.
Well, we know where the gods are coming from. The monsters, I guess, just, the jackals and stuff, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, also the gods are the monsters. Also the humans are the monsters, It's all kind of, this is a very monstery kind of show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's jump into this. As always, get the full length in the description below. Check it out and watch it. Here we go. Okay, here's the discussion of that finale. Where do we start? Well, we did get our answer, so we now have a third identity. Jake Lockley. Jake Lockley, the evil one.
Not even necessarily the evil one.
No, the asshole one. The like, they're not evil, but like, yeah. I don't know how to put it, but with the way he was like kicking the wheelchair, is why I say the evil one. One kind of person just kicks the wheelchair.
But yeah, definitely like Mark before any of this character development.
Oh yeah,
like a real I'm doing it because I'm very mad.
Do you think there's a possibility that Jake Lockley was the one to kill her father, Layla's father?
Honestly,
and Mark doesn't know.
I could see that as I thought it was, the person who, like, my partner. Like, that'd be such a good hook for a season 2 of, like, finding the partner, or, like, Layla finds the partner.
Yeah.
And then we get the big, no, that was not me. That was Mark. And then Mark goes, no, that was not me. Crap, I guess that was Jake.
I would say the one other thread that we still have that I would consider, like, a thread is Duchamp. The name of the phone, Duchamp. We
did not follow up on that.
Yeah, we didn't follow up on that one.
Yeah.
So... I mean, you know the comics, so, but now I was going to ask, do you think he's going to have, like, a fourth identity as well, or more than 3, essentially? Because you know I'm going to guess yes. I'm going to say that already. I think we're going to, maybe not right away and stuff like that, but they can do this however many times they want to.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, like, there's so much 3 imagery in this opening.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a really good misdirect of the third could have always been Khonshu, like we thought for a while.
Yeah.
But I think for this series and like for the MCU, I think they're gonna keep it at 3.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels more thematic, and it has this like, there is an end point of we could also make friends with Jake. We could also like have him go through developments. Whereas if it's just an infinite amount, then it's like, well, fuck.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, in the comics, I could see it being, more of a Crazy Jane situation, but...
Yeah. The comics has a mix of... I don't know how many personalities it has, but also, like, on top of that, he just has, like, identities.
Okay.
Real, like, just as part of a world-setting kind of person, he'll just have, like, fake passport stuff and whatnot, which has an extra layer of, like, oh, he's got so many names.
Is it more like a personality thing in the comics, or is it, like, a, different, like the ID sort of situation, like... an actual different person?
I don't know for sure.
Okay, because you don't really read much Moon Knight.
Yeah, I don't read much like actual Moon Knights, and like in crossover stuff. I mean, hey, everyone's different in crossover stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he tends to just be very like nuts, to put it, like very Deadpool-esque.
Oh, okay.
Not like that funny. Sometimes funny. But
I mean, yes, Steven is.
Yeah, but way more sort of like out there, spontaneous, very like, oh god, what the fuck is happening? Oh god, what's Moon Knight doing?
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Very surprised to hear he's Deadpool-like. But not a bit excited to hear that.
Yeah. Like, somewhere in between, like, Deadpool and, like, Batman, sort of.
Yeah, I can definitely see the Batman and Mark Spector.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot of that, like, more...
Also, yeah, the car said Spectre.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about, that. But yeah.
The other big thing that I didn't think we were doing until literally just there is Mark Spector is, like, rich in the comics.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like, which is also very Batman-y.
Yeah, like, the Spectre thing, I just went like Spectre, because it's just like, oh, it's the Spectre-mobile sort of a thing, like, yeah, but, okay,
Yeah, so, like, I'm guessing, like, because we know very little about Mark and, like, what he's been doing all this time. Like, we know, like, it had to do with the whole cult and all that, but really, we didn't get anything besides, like, his big backstory, like, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So, for all we know, he is rich.
I mean, yeah, mate. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Because, like, he was living in the storage locker, but even that was more of a just, like, staying on the down low thing.
yeah, I guess we don't know. He probably made a lot of money from the Hitman stuff, so, I mean, Concha wasn't paying him, though, so. He could be taking their money.
Yeah.
Kill him, take their money.
Possible.
But that wouldn't really make him rich, unless it depends on who he's going after, I guess. But,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, possibility, but I feel like, yeah, the Jake Lockley thing will be more likely where we go. So, do you know Jake Lockley?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a name I'm not familiar with.
Okay. Is there another one you are familiar with, but you just think they're only going to do these three?
Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot of others.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, the other two I'm thinking of are Moon Knight and Mr. Knight.
Okay.
Mr. Knight being, like, sort of the suit design, but with the Moon Knight mask.
Okay.
Yeah, as a, like, I am Mr. Knight. Like, I am a rich guy, but also I'm just always wearing this costume, but I'm not a superhero.
Okay. Okay. I do love the suit, like, look for Steven.
Yeah, I think, like, it was funny when we first got it. I think now seeing him as, like, a brawler, I think it really, really fits.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that clicks so much.
Yeah. I love Steven so much.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Yeah, I love the relationship that Mark and Steven have together now, I'm glad Layla, we got an Egyptian superhero now.
Yeah. That I 100% was not expecting.
Like, yeah, do you know anything what that is?
No, I truly don't know who this is. Or, I don't know anything about this from the comics.
If you had to guess, what would you say her name? Like, I'm gonna guess Scarab Knight, just because.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Well, I guess it could just be Dead Knight.
Oh.
Or something, or like.
Yeah, well, she's the protector of women and children, so.
True, yeah. But she could talk to the dead.
Yeah.
And everything, so it's definitely the dead thing as well.
Yeah. Maybe like Silent Night or something? Because.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Moon Knight is also kind of a half pun.
Oh, it is?
With, like, moon and night, like, night's time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a protector of, travelers in the nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I thought you meant like the word Moon Knight together was like a thing. I was like, but okay, so also I like that Steven has entirely different weapons as well. From Mark, like that's dope. Is that like it's interesting that they do have different powers. Like I mean, we might see more of that, but like right now it just seems like Mark has more powers than Steven. But I wonder if Steven also has some separate powers too.
Yeah, or if it's because Steven is not a fighter, his like fighting form isn't as strong.
Yeah, could just be that.
Because I imagine if we're going to differentiate it more in season 2, it might even be like he's more of a healer, perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, he was doing pretty good healing in that one fight where the jousting.
Oh yeah, he had like 3 jousting things in him.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he could be better healing than that.
There.
And it's also just more a badass thing to be stabbing all that stuff and not taking it where Steven's gonna be like, ow. Dude, I love Layla's look though. Can't state it enough.
Yeah. I mean, just like how much I love a Falcon for doing the whole fighting while having wings and incorporating it into the fighting.
Yeah.
I like her moves because they're also way more flexible than Falcon's. Like he's way more he's flexible, but it's very still tough.
Yeah.
His maneuvering is much bigger, whereas she's way more flexible. She's way more acrobatic a little.
Yeah, and even the cap suit now is a lot more flexible and everything too. Also because it can retract better and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for while he was the Falcon, that was so much more big and bulky. And even then, this is still slimmer than the Falcon or than the cap suit.
Yeah.
So I would say also the difference seems to be I'm not sure if she can shoot off the things that suit can, the cap suit.
Yeah. She was also I don't know how much of this is the magic and how much of it is the wings, which she blasted back that one attack that Hero shot at her.
Yeah, I don't know. I also like, is she just like way less protected because like there's no mask and like this is exposed as well? Like, and it is the suit. It's not like it makes their. I mean, I don't know, because Harlow or Harrow, I always say it wrong. Was also like, he was getting his ass handed to him, but he wasn't like dying. I mean, he fell he slammed to the ground so hard, and he was fine.
Yeah. So yeah, the suit might not be that protective, honestly. It might just be more of a decorative thing, in all honesty.
Maybe, yeah. But then the clothes underneath do get destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the body gets destroyed too, and it just heals and the clothes don't heal, so I guess it doesn't have to be the suit.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't have to be the suit, I guess. So. This was honestly like a shorter episode than normal as well.
Yeah, because we've gotten up to like 50 minutes or so, I think. Whereas this was like 42 minutes.
Yeah, and some of that was the credit. I mean, a lot of that was credits actually. Because like even like the credits is at like 40 minutes. So
damn.
Yeah, a bit slower episode, or a bit shorter episode than normal. I mean, but a finale you don't want to drag out too much too. It's better to have it like a quick bang 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 bang, and now we're out.
Plus, like, for a lot of the other Disney Plus series that have a longer final episode, a lot of that tends to be like, wrapping up all the plot lines or all the like characters. Like, you got this villain group and this villain group, or you got like this hero and this hero and this hero. And we don't really have that here. Like, we have a couple of characters, but it's a very tight cast.
Oh yeah.
And like, we do see where everyone is, more or less.
And yeah, even in the end here, we only have like one reference to the MCU at large, which is fact, because I think that is like a first. Where like, and even then, I just have the reference is very minor, so that's very interesting. I wonder like if it was like, I wonder if this was in production for a long time, so they didn't want to have to kind of think about too much. That's also kind of like, we're like, what time is this?
Yeah.
It's very like, you can kind of put this anywhere. And I wonder if that's because this was like in development for a while.
I can see that.
And they were like, because of that, let's, like Hawkeye, might have been way more quick in development, and like, we want this to be specifically around, No Way Home.
Yeah.
Versus this, like, whenever it comes out, it comes out.
I can see
when
that.
It's finished.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Also, like, the CG early on wasn't that good. And then the CG, like, in terms of, like, the cars and some of the fight stuff. But then, like, the CG fight at the end, the like, as I was saying early on, they were going, like, way too fast. Like, everything felt a little bit unnatural. Versus I didn't have that problem at all in this finale.
Yeah.
And, like, all the gods looked really good. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. I love the, like, fucking hair on the gods too. Like, I love how, like, big it is because they are gods.
Yeah.
And so it has this, like, heavy weight to it too. Like, especially Amit when she was, like, giant, and like the hair itself is just like, feels like it weighs a ton.
Yeah. Or like her tail thing, the alligator tail that comes out of her. It's so tactile.
It isn't shit. This Amit was like all alligator. As far as like when we looked it up, it was like a Chimera situation. But yeah, I mean, every time I've ever seen Amit, it's been a full, alligator, so I'm not that surprised. Oh, the desert scene where they come back together, Marcus his whole spiel, and they like reach out their hand. You think it's just to like hold hands, but then it's like the heart in between them.
Yeah.
Man, I just love the whole vibes of this whole show. It is so different from the MCU. Like, it's very MCU, but also very different from the MCU in certain, like, just the way that I can't remember her name, but the god that Layla become the avatar of, like her coming in there on the ship to like, it wasn't even like to block it. It was like she like hit it and like blew it away like fucking Aqua Laguna in One Piece. That was so cool. And once again, very anime.
Oh yeah, and the idea that she blames that on like the door opening on Osiris. It is like, oh, he's a softie. He wants you guys to get out.
Oh, that's The only thing is, like, I do kind of wish we saw some of the other gods and stuff like that, especially like during the big fight and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I understand why we didn't. You know, yeah, that's way too much budget, and you gotta design each of them. You probably gotta get voice actors for them all and stuff like that.
Yeah. Plus, it complicates the end between these two types of justice. If it's like, also I'm here, also I'm here.
Yeah, like they were, but then they all were just like, and now you're dead. Which I didn't even think the one girl survived. I was like, that one girl probably survived. Don't think so.
No. Yeah, they're all dead.
All dead.
Damn.
And yeah, when he was like, we don't have enough avatars left to do this, and then died, did he mean just me? I'm the only one left, and then he died?
I think so. I think that was it.
Dang.
It's like, we need maybe, just more than one.
Yeah. Or one, and I'm dead. But yeah, so, you know, not in stone. We have all these other gods in stone, where I guess we're just going to be like, fuck it. We don't know about them.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, baby. Don't think about it.
Yeah, like, I mean, we got one god now who lies, so there's really no idea of, like, which, like, even if you could, you know, like, look up what these gods are, like, mythologically, you also don't know what they're like now, because they can grow and change.
And always, always, you never trust a god.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're keeping them in stone. Yeah. Or, you know, maybe in season 2 someone breaks out one of the other ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a whole lot of them for potential.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's really the opposite of, like, you know, an end credit scene that sets up, like, oh, and then there's one left. It's more like, you know, I agree with you, probably only going to do 3 personality or 3, like, identities, but, like, you know, they could absolutely do, like, 1,000 identities, and they could do, you know, 1,000 of these, you know, avatars and gods. Probably not, but it's a way more, like, if they pull from one, it doesn't feel like, oh, and then they also got the last one sort of situation. So, I like that more. I just like how broad all this is left open. We answered everything, even the one thing that we thought they didn't answer, but we still, you know, we have this, like, gap of, like, from after the battle to they're in the house now.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's Layla? You know, what's going on? Do they have a job now?
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, even the ending being such a unique, like, the final fight, we don't see the finale of the final fight.
Yeah.
It is entirely, third guy did it? You don't know what happens.
Yeah.
Layla knows what happens, but yeah, we left her, so she can't even tell them right now.
Like, she was like this the whole time.
Yeah.
So
that's
she didn't see it.
Yeah, she just knew something, you know, she knew the fight was happening.
Yeah, because then she was like, Mark, did you do that?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. Also, I think this is the first time where we haven't gotten the fucking stupid Moon Knight will return.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's not going to return.
Maybe he's not
We got one season, that's it. We're never talking about him.
It's of course it's the most MCU thing where we gotta kill off the main villain at the end.
Oh yeah,
it cannot stick around.
And it was the, like, you know, a lot of series do the, like, well, we can't kill the main villain, so someone else has to do it. But I think this is a really cool way to do it in the sense of, like, we have, you know, our boy who doesn't kill, who does not kill him. We have, you know, we have Mark, who is the person who should not kill because, you know, he's grown out of that. Yeah. He doesn't do it. And so for the finale to be, it's the third personality who we know is extremely violent and brutal, that, you know, also you may have just forgotten about over the course of the series. Like, right, the third one.
Oh, yeah. I love how they pulled that off.
Plus Khonshu as a, like, you know, you shouldn't trust him. Like, he did, you know, do the big kaiju fight at the end.
That's what the fucking sarcophagus was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. So you knew that?
That's what I was thinking. I didn't know it, because even up to the very end, there's still the, like, well, is that Khonshu? Or, like, you know, maybe, like, you know, you leave a piece in everyone that you ever meet. Like, maybe that's just their memories of Khonshu or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was, oh, man. Awesome. That would also be why they couldn't fucking balance their scales no matter what.
Oh, because, yeah, they're only doing 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Oh, and the heart's not full.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Which would also, again, if we do a second season with more, like, developments, that's a whole avenue of development we do. Like, why did either of them make this guy? Why does he speak Spanish? Yeah, like, what's he been doing?
Yeah. Does he speak... No, he did speak some English, yeah.
And, like, how does he... Like, does he have the same relationship he has with, like, that Mark had with Steven? Is it a, like... okay, I'm making contract with you, Khonshu, so leave them out of it.
Yeah. Also, what's the goldfish situation?
Yeah,
There was a one-finned goldfish back in the memory.
Yeah.
But then he had it when he was adult. That can't be the same one, right?
No, definitely not the same one.
And then, yeah, like, was it that Mark replaced the fish, or is there something weird going on? Because there was 2 fish in his fucking tank.
My guess it's the third one that replaced the fish that one time. And that, like, this time, I don't know why you would get 2 fish. That's a big one. Like,
Yeah.
Why would you do that, my dude?
Yeah, I don't, and was one of them missing a fin?
The one at the top is, like, swimming in sort of a wobbly way.
Yeah. It looks like they both are missing a fin. Or, like, they have, well, the really small fin. Huh. But also the pet store owner was, like, saying, like, that he was wrong. And that it wasn't missing a fin.
No, because he went to the pet store to say, like, what was it again? But, like,
I thought she was like, it's not all like Finding Nemo, they don't, they just have 2, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, like, he brought the fish in because he was like, hey, my fish didn't have a fin, now he has a fin, and I think the owner was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe, yeah. Either way, there's something going on with these fucking fish.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure if it's anything supernatural, but like, why would they put in a second fish?
Yeah, I mean,
Did he specifically, Steven, get a fish with the missing fin because of his childhood? Like, he sought one out.
that would make sense to me, yeah? Like, he intentionally bought one for that reason, and then I feel like it had to have died in between, like, when we see the new goldfish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then, like...
I mean, it was 3 days. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because also it ties into, the title of the first episode, The Goldfish Problem.
Yeah.
It is the, like, something is missing, something is wrong. My guess is the first time the goldfish was replaced, it was Mark. And so that is him protecting Steven. Like, Steven would be extremely sad, / like, the whole point of Steven is he has a normal, happy life.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, so replace the goldfish because his goldfish was dead, that'd make him sad. I think this was the third personality buying 2 goldfish as a, like, more metaphorical, like, I'm protecting both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I don't think...
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way for it to literally make sense, but I think that's the metaphor of it is, now, I'm the one in control, I fixed all of our problems, I'm protecting both of you, and that also ties into the, like, I locked you up because I'm bringing things back to the way it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and then did he put the sand around and all that shit? Or like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious what's up with Lila. Where's she going? What's her life going to be like now?
Yeah.
Also, what's going to happen with Fuckboy Man who bought all the shit?
Oh yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't come back as, like, part of the dig team or something.
Yeah. Huh.
It's interesting that, like, we didn't touch on him, but I didn't feel like, oh, well, he has to come back.
Yeah, same. I thought he was going to just, like, die because he got involved, but, like... Anything else you want to say? Like, anything you want to still, say about the asylum or anything? Like, we went back there again? Like, that's, like, both their, like, safety place now.
Yeah. And I think, like, seeing the bloody...
I wouldn't say it's their safety place. It was, but I think no longer.
Yeah. Like, I think that's the meaning behind the bloody footsteps. It is this idea of, well, part of the safety of this place is being able to reject all the crazy shit that's happening and saying, well, you know what? We're just crazy. It's fine.
Yeah.
And the bloody footsteps is an acknowledgement of, well, no, this isn't real. We know what's going on more so than you, Mr. Therapist.
Like, yeah, it is like this sense or nonsense, but, like, what if I want the nonsense? What if the nonsense is real?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I do like that we get this version of him, too. Like, they really made me care for him, even though he is a very evil person. But I cannot not help liking him and feeling bad for him.
Yeah, like, he's honestly, for me, up there with, like, Killmonger in terms of, like, those
Seriously.
incredible tier villains where it's like, I get your point. Like, you're not right, but I understand...
I think Killmonger was almost right until the very end of the movie.
I mean, he wanted to kill an entire nation of black people.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, until the very end of the movie.
Yeah, but he wanted it the whole time.
it's the kick the dog moment, you know. It's that they have to make him more of a villain, but like the whole original idea, you know.
Fair.
But yeah, but yeah, I would definitely put him up there. I'm not sure if I would put him on the same level as Killmonger. Maybe definitely below, I think. But I'm not sure, you know, like who else would I put up with him? Who are the other like best villains of the MCU so far? I don't want to just, you know, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Yeah. No, like personally, I think they're both my S tiers. I wouldn't put anyone on the same level.
So, okay, I think, I do think I would go Killmonger, him, and then like S plus tier.
Okay.
Or like what's the like SSR tier or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, is Killmonger. S tier is Arthur. There's some from like TV shows, you know, that I would put up there, but like I'm not gonna count Kingpin yet.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna count that yet. Or like, you know, Jessica Jones.
Kilgrave?
Yeah, Kilgrave. Oh, man, I've read too much comics now. I know him as Purple Man. But yeah, like, you know, there's a lot from the TV shows that Calvin Zabo, you know, that I love. But I'm talking about just the like, you know, prime stuff. I'm still trying not to talk about Netflix stuff until they like really integrate it.
Totally fair.
So, of like the prime MCU, honestly, Anton Vanko, I really loved him. Obadiah Stane, I would still put up there. I really liked Stane a lot. He still sticks with me.
He's a strong villain.
Yeah. Iron Man had a lot of good villains, but like those two specifically. The Vulture was really good. The Vulture's
pretty damn good.
Mysterio I did like. I didn't like the movie, but I liked Mysterio a lot.
It's hard to rank Green Goblin.
Yeah, because that's tough. Because again, I'm not gonna count that.
Fair.
Because like same thing with Kingpin. Like if I was to count Kingpin, I would only count what we have seen in you know, Hawkeye. But you know, well, Source most on the villains, but
no,
I just love the character. But yeah, so yeah, I would definitely put him. I don't think anybody else is on the same tier as him yet. From TV shows, certainly, maybe even above him.
Sure.
But I think as far as, you know, the movies and the Disney Plus TV shows go, he's in a league of his own right now.
Makes sense. Damn.
So damn good. But yeah, so you would say him and Killmonger together. What would you put on like a next tier?
After that, like that'd be my Stane probably. Even just Green Goblin from No Way Home, like just that half, like just as a personal antagonist towards Peter.
Seriously, yeah, I do agree. You know, when we were just talking about it, I was like, you can't. But no, I do agree. He's great in just that movie. Yeah. Even if you see nothing else from the Green Goblin.
But yeah, like after that point, like in the B tier is where I just put most of the MCU villains.
I don't think so, because there's a lot of it. You're gonna put fucking Vanko on the same level as Malekith?
Well, Malekith goes lower. Sure, fair.
I mean, there's so many of them though. Like, you know, where are you gonna put the Mandarin from Iron Man 3? I can't even fuck his name.
Fuck, right, it's that guy.
Adrian Killian.
Yeah. Fine, yeah, Killian's lower.
Yeah, like I think there's a higher scale, you know.
I can see
Once we catch up, maybe we'll do a like ranking all the villains, because we talk about the villains so damn much.
Oh yeah.
And then it's also hard because some that are like, you know, being redeemed and stuff like that. And it's like, well, like Emil, you know, Emil Blonsky, you know, he's not that great of a villain, but also he's probably going to be a much better character now.
Yeah.
As we move on. But either way, not much else to say.
Well, I will say that, you know, you've had this talk about, like, in Phase 4, if it's not, like, an explicit multiverse thing, it is still, like, an expansion of sorts, whether it is, like, you know, tying in more of the shows or whatnot. I
would say also, like, dimensional stuff, like, this is very dimensional reality.
That's what I was about to say, you know? It's, like, this feels like the Afterlife show.
Sure.
Like, GODS as well, but mainly, you know, like, some God stuff, mainly the Afterlife stuff, I think is the big expansion of, like, you know, this Afterlife is also the same basic thing as the Ancestral Plane. They both operate under the same rules. If we have more Afterlives, that'll play into it. Like, especially as, like, especially as characters die, I feel like the MCU is gonna need the afterlife.
Oh yeah.
Especially if Disney's gonna do the whole, like, we've scanned everyone, we're gonna make them all CG.
Now, if you're an atheist, what happens?
I think you just go to Oblivion.
Oblivion!
Like, if you believe that the afterlife is Oblivion, I think you go to Oblivion.
Oblivion is such a strong word. Not nothing, but oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
What is the definition of oblivion?
I believe Oblivion's like absolute nothingness.
Okay, I think of it as like, being turned into absolute nothingness. Like, but obliterated, I guess, is just like becoming nothing, but like...
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it, because there's some people who, you don't want to live forever.
I mean, yeah, that might be their afterlife,
Yeah, like, it is literally... No, it is the non-binary of afterlife. It is, no, I would like to refuse.
But there's also, I imagine it's like a, if you're an atheist, but you would want an afterlife, but you just think there's not, I imagine it's still, does something there. Who knows? Do you think the MCU will ever show us Christian heaven?
Oh, maybe.
I don't think so. I can't imagine. I mean, maybe in a long time from now, but I feel like still they're gonna go, okay, we can't do that.
I'm very curious because it's the classic Christian like problem essentially of you have to be less Christian to be more Christian sometimes. Like sometimes saying there is an afterlife is too controversial as opposed to just being like, well, we don't know.
Yeah, or like showing it. I mean, I think they would be, oh, they're making fun of it or whatever.
Yeah,
like
it's the classic Yu-Gi-Oh censoring the crosses.
Yeah.
Like, we can't show that there are explicit Christian characters. It's too much for the Christians. So, in the same way, like, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff, like, especially if we go into the more horror stuff, the more, like, spooky supernatural stuff, there's a lot of Christian stuff in Marvel as they, like, like, crosses kill vampires. Yeah. There is a Christian afterlife. There is, like, like, there are angels, and then there's also, like, a separate 10th realm of the 9 realms that is also heaven, but with a V. But that is different from Christian heaven. It just kind of feels like it a little bit.
Too much.
But yeah, like, of all of those, I'm very curious, like, especially when we get to, like, Blade and stuff. Like, just, will crosses work on vampires?
Blade gonna be our first Christian superhero.
Because, again, it might be even worse to then go like, no, crosses don't affect vampires.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, realistically, I think we're just gonna skirt around it. Like, I think movies are not as free as comics. With comics, you can do that and just have everyone go, yeah, it's not a big deal that Jesus is real. We just don't talk about it that much.
Oh, yeah.
In the movies, I don't think you can.
I mean, honestly, at the point we're at in like, media with comics and manga now, it feels like artists and authors are having to, like, restrain themselves from showing Jesus as a character in their own manga. That's such a common thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, do you think actually Layla is like, she happens to be a temporary avatar? So do you think that it's temporary doesn't necessarily mean just for this battle,
right?
So do you think like she is still going to be a temporary avatar, or do you think it's going to be like actually I've kind of decided my mind, and as long as you let me stop whenever I want to, I'm fine with just continuing for now?
Yeah. And
her going around and still doing her thing of grabbing relics and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a continuous temporary avatar thing. Like, I think next time it comes up, it's going to be as a joke.
Yeah.
It's going to be as a, like, oh, you're still, so I see you became an avatar. And she's like, temporary avatar. I have been doing this for like 2 years now, but it's temporary.
Oh, yeah, it's like a relationship thing. Every 3 months they reassess.
But I think that also would... I like the idea of that a lot as a way to also highlight how fucked up Khonshu is.
Yeah.
To explicitly be like, here is an Egyptian goddess who said, I'm gonna make you a superhero, we're gonna save the world, and, you're gonna protect women and children, and then they just do that. Because also, as a, like, layer on Khonshu lies, I'm just thinking about this now. Like, he is the protector of travelers in the night, and Moon Knight is also protector of the travelers of the night, obeying his will. He can just make it night, though.
Yeah.
Like, he has, he can just control the night sky. It is the, like, well, you can only fly if it's the night sky. I'm just gonna do that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is, like, the ultimate lie, in a sense.
Yeah.
It is the, like, if I want you to kill someone in the day, I can just make it night, then you can do it. Fuck it.
I mean, he wants making him kill people during the day.
That too.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with night.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I bet if you asked him, he would say, well, they're going to kill someone during the night. They commit crimes during the night, so you can kill them in the day, it's fine.
Night somewhere. Okay, so if Layla stays as a like Egyptian superhero,
Yeah.
like literally as in like a superhero in Egypt, and also an Egyptian superhero,
Yeah.
but like which do you think she would be doing, or maybe both? But if we can, I think let's try and take one or the other to make it more interesting. Do you think she is going to be like protecting the women and children? Whatever that may mean in different ways and stuff like that. Just keeping an eye out and
Sure.
sort of being this bird in the sky that watches over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think it's going to be continuing the like going and collecting relics and taking them from people who are trying to like sell them and shit like that?
I think she's gonna drop the relic thing.
Okay. See, I could see it just being, more of a, because that, it's the exact same sort of like Killmonger thing, and it's something people would want from this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it is that, like, what would a superhero do in real life without, like, fighting people and stuff? Like, a good example of that would be, like, breaking into, like, museums and stealing the artifacts and returning them to their, the places they should be and stuff. Like, that's a very, like, easy, non-violent sort of superhero thing to do.
And it would fit a lot with her father as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think it makes a lot of thematic sense.
And her father being very proud of her for, like, like, your father would be pleased to learn that, you're my avatar. Means that I'm going to assume that... I hope she's not lying, and you never trust the gods.
Of course.
But I want to believe that, like, the father would know, like, okay, this is a good one. This is one you can trust. Temporarily.
So, Mark Spector's never going to heaven.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's never going to the field.
He's never going to the field. He could become a Christian.
He's got to now.
Yeah.
I mean, you better. This is the one time where it's like, yeah, you better fucking switch your religion, dude.
There's one good afterlife that is verboten now.
You can't get that one. That is like, to know there are all the afterlife. Like, we don't know if it works that way, but imagine like getting kicked out of like every afterlife. And then eventually you're just having to be like, all right, what's left?
Oh man.
Can I go to the Scientology heaven?
Oh. I mean, that's when you eventually have to make the deal with Mephisto. You have to go like, listen, I'm running out of afterlives. You gotta help me with this one, my dude.
And we do know that Arthur, he's going to, the doo-wop.
Yeah.
There was actually a part of me, by the way, that I was like, is he actually going to turn on Ahmet here? Because she's picking him, and he's not balanced.
Yeah. Like, especially since he did do the Killmonger thing of just like, by the way, I do have operatives around the entire planet. But she didn't want that. Like, that's also just a cool, like, the gods are flawed situation. Of, like, he is the one carrying on the, like, very, like, paladin-esque belief.
Yeah.
Of, like, it's exactly like this. And meanwhile, she is like, now I'm gonna make an exception for you. You are a bad person, but I'm, like, it's not even a, like, because you were serving me, you are a good person. It's like, no, you're a bad person, but I'm making an exception.
Yeah. I'm also just, I love that we're getting actually good moral quandaries and stuff like that in fucking Phase 4 now, instead of just, what if I just killed half the population? Like, I mean, it is even a more interesting moral quandary for what if I killed all these people to fuck death? That's more of a moral thing, even just in, like, the only way I could, like, the only way I can have this love, forbidden love, is to kill, like, all these people. And it'd be like well, would you, for your loved one, kill half the universe?
Yeah.
I might. I probably would for you. I'd kill half the universe.
Yeah.
That's, 98%.
Aw. Fair enough.
Maybe, it depends. By doing that, I might kill everyone.
You might kill me.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck.
I'm not death.
Oh, man. Thanos does that and death dies.
Well.
But to be fair, the one tie-in we might have to the MCU at large besides the ancestral plane might not be yet, but the Kang thing.
Oh yeah.
So we could like retroactively be tying this back in a major way. A major way.
Yeah. We'll see, because yeah, it's also a thing where like if that is a tie-in, that's like value added.
Oh, yeah.
It is not the bad thing of if this isn't what it is, then this was pointless.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just by itself, it already stands up. It's just a really good thing.
Yeah, as long as it's not like oh yeah, by the way, there was a fucking like Kang statue that wasn't real, or like I don't want the fucking like gauntlet situation of just like no, that was fucking paper mache. Like, yeah, I don't want that shit. So
yeah,
make it matter, you know, and we'll be here for it.
Hell yeah.
Next is Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah.
I guess first up, where do you think Moon Knight is going to appear next?
I think probably I want to say Werewolf by Night, but I don't. Because that would make sense as a like
it's night too.
And it's where I think we're gonna do some more spooky stuff before we get to Blade at some point.
Yeah, if you're gonna do werewolves, you gotta do werewolves in London, right? You gotta do werewolves in London.
I can see it.
I mean, when I think werewolves, I think Britain. You know, I think that. So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah, it's the old world.
So yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna have to say something that I don't know yet.
Okay.
Like I do think it's gonna be in something that has been announced,
Sure.
but we're running out of things to say because.
Oh yeah. Like once we catch up, I'll finally look at the list and we'll see.
It's like I have Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and then some of the movies that have come out, and it's like I don't think it's either of those, and I don't know anything else past that.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a. I'm gonna say also I do think I was gonna come up with something else as a guess, but I do agree with you.
Yeah.
I do think it was Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have any other characters to go over. Layla, do you think she's gonna appear in something else?
I don't think so.
Like, I think we have to do more with her before she really can.
Yeah, and do you think we're doing a Moon Knight season 2?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Same. Like, it's not always a given for some of these, but for Moon Knight, it's so siloed away from everything else.
Before the after credit scene, I might have said no. I think I would have said no. But after that after credit scene, yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay, we will see you guys for Doctor Strange Mom.
In the mom.
Into the mom. Until then, get the fuck out of here.